Hey everyone, in here, welcome back to New Grimoire. So, today's episode, we are going to try to continue what we were doing on the last one. We tried to add more more jobs, I'm sorry. Um, so, last episode we tried to add more jobs, we built a commercial park, we added more industry jobs with signature jobs, basically, or signature buildings. I don't think that helped at all. I mean, the unemployment is off the roof. So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna try to fix it. But there is a new update in the game. So there is, I think it's the detailed patch or something like that, which gives us a couple of fixes, including the offices. By the way, I started to unzone some of these buildings, mostly because they were only having 5 jobs. Although they could be eventually growing up, but the fact is, I decided to just remove these just for testing. We do have a little bit of demand, so we can build a new office zone, and then eventually off camera I can go one by one and trying to fix those issues. There's other cool things that happen in here is that now we do have the surfaces available, so we can place new surfaces. There's also new parks. By the way, there's new schools and police stations. Now you have urban options and small options. There is, I think there's a new water tower. Yeah, there's a new water tower. Among other things, we can always explore and make our city a little bit more prettier than it currently is, and that's really, really, really cool. Either way, okay, this is now unzoned. And we will now start zoning these offices around here, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of jobs from these guys. High density ones, we're gonna place one in here because we can. What happened to this one though? Dude, really? What happened? Really, what happened to you? Jesus Christ. I guess we're gonna lose this one. Reason why, I have no idea. I think it has to do with the fact... No, this is correct. Let's turn on to here, unless that's the wrong... Is that the wrong building? Oh well, that one just lost their jobs, and that's a shame. So let's also build 2 other office buildings and see what happens here. We do have enough room in here to do something. I think I'm going to pause this just for a small second so that we can build this high density around here. There you go. So we have... and I guess we're gonna have to build a walking path through here. Yeah, you see, the moment you do that, it kind of screws up this one. You know what? That's fine. We can do something else around here eventually. We've just lost a high density commercial building, but that's fine. I don't know how many jobs we lost, but it's probably gonna go and increase the... No, it didn't. Okay, it doesn't matter. Either way, now that this is done, we are going to look into what we need to do to add more jobs. I was thinking about, like I said, last episode we've grown up here, broadcast, we have more commercial buildings in here. These are going to grow. They're low density, but they're going to grow, and I'm pretty much sure that's going to come to a point where there's going to be like a lot of jobs. Eventually, if we want to grow these up even more, we can replace one of these, like this central one. We could probably replace it with a high density, maybe, but that's for a future episode. We also did build these signature buildings. I'm kind of unhappy with the switch on. I thought we would have more jobs, but yeah, the full plant is okay. I guess that what happens in here is that if this company goes bust, which is very unlikely, Capine can go bust. Yeah, I don't want to have 245 jobs, unemployed people here. So what we're gonna do, let's look at Oaktown. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're going to grow up these industries, so we're gonna get more jobs. We're also gonna grow up a little bit more our Oaktown, district and village or town. It requires more jobs, probably. Maybe we can try to make it self-sufficient. So with the new buildings around here, we may be able to update and have like a small elementary school, for instance, or a small high school, and had other components in here that it makes itself very self-sufficient. And that's kind of like the goal. We're going to grow it up. There's going to be more people coming in, probably, yes, but there's also going to be more jobs. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to start with more jobs around here in these areas. There's pretty much sure we do have enough resources. Yes, we do. We do have enough resources in here. We can grow up these area around here, and that's kind of fine. I kind of like it. We're going to do that. We are also going to grow up some of these businesses around here. So let's do that. Alright, so we've placed just 2 new businesses, not too much. They're not as big as the previous ones, but I kind of wanted to do a different thing that I did in the previous one. So I kind of am going around the contour of the, terraforming that was done here. So here on these ore mine, we do have 20 jobs on a level 1 company, which is fine. I guess it's not much of a problem. We could have some kind of bus stop around here so that we can have more people coming to these buses instead of just being in one side or the other. Now, this other one is a coal company, a little bit like this one. This one has 40 jobs, is in the top level. This one has 14 jobs and it's just starting. It's not as big as you can see, the areas are not that big, but I kind of like it. I do like it. eventually, if needed, we can just carve a little bit more on the cliff area and increase the sizes of these businesses. I would kind of like to do the same thing around here, because let's be honest, this is kind of crazy when you start seeing these loaders or these props going uphill like this one. I mean, it's completely crazy. It makes no sense, but it's the entire area. So yeah, it was badly built early on. All right, so this will not fix the jobs issues. Although we are going down when it comes to jobs, and that's kind of cool. Let me check at these companies. Yeah, now 20, 25, 31. Okay, this seems to be fine now. They're not as many jobs. I thought that like big buildings like this one, they would have a lot more jobs. What about these smaller ones? 9, 9, 15, 6, 9. Okay, it's starting to become fine, I guess. There's gonna come a moment where we're gonna have to fix some of these things, but you know what? Cool stuff. Another cool thing that I found out is that now we can have roundabouts. I did not notice that, but now we can have roundabouts with bushes or trees, and that's really cool. We could have like a really large roundabout with trees or with just a bush or something like that. It's quite interesting. It does make the roundabout layout or structure a little bit more fun, which is cool. Oh yeah, there's another thing too. Trees. We can now place trees with different sizes. This comes now from the base game. It's not from mods or anything like that, so that's cool. All right, so I think education, we're gonna need more elementary schools, so we're gonna build one over there. We're gonna need college, and university is completely a mess. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to take care of that sometime soon. Or maybe not. Let's look at education first. Okay, it does seem like in here it's not much of a problem when it comes to educated people, right? There's this green, so it means that we do have access to education, and that's fine. I'm not sure elementary schools are going to be needed in here. How about high schools? Ooh, we do need some education, right? How much does it cost the upkeep? The upkeep is definitely cheaper, so maybe would it be too bad to have these one? Okay, let's look at things how they are. So whoever is living in Oaktown, they have to go all this way down here to in fact they have to come here to Bradford Crossing, where they have the high school, which is completely full, by the way. We do have nothing. We have nothing to upgrade. It's already upgraded. We have the elementary school, which is also completely full. We have this other elementary school that is completely full. We can upgrade this one though, which wouldn't be too much of a problem. So this will probably fix some of it, and it does have, yeah, it does have Oaktown, so it's not a problem. The high school, on the other hand, it is a problem. So you see, it's too far away. But I know what's going to happen here. We are going to do that. So let's build these new buildings that came up with the patch. We're going to go with a small elementary school, a small high school here on Oaktown. And we're going to set that everyone that is in Oaktown will be mostly only in here. They don't have to go to Bradford Crossing for college or education or anything like that. And at the same time, we're going to grow up the city. So let's do that. Let's do that now. First of all, let me just check out how is the leveling. The leveling is not good. We have a little bit of space around here, but we do not have that much leveled terrain around here. And I'm thinking we are going to do that. We're going to level this terrain up. We just grabbed some of the land that is being excavated from these businesses and we're placing it around here. So yeah, sure, we can do that, right? It's not a problem, of course not. And I have no problem in leaving maybe a cliff like that for a while. It does give a little bit of coolness look and feel. The only thing I want to do on this cliff is just remove all the trees from here. Let me just go 100% and let's decrease the brush size, I guess. Let's remove all the trees and bushes that are near the cliff, basically, or in the cliff. We want to make this cliff a bit more cliffy, if it makes any sense. We're gonna build. Oh, we have a runabout here. We have another runabout here. Okay, I can see now the connections. That's gonna look awesome. Okay, so we can increase a little bit more the size of this, by the way. Why is it no idea why it's not rushing as is it supposed to? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Alright, so now that we have done this, I'm going to start building the road infrastructure. And hopefully, it's gonna look good. So, after I do that, I'll come back to you guys. We will check out the changes that were done here on Oaktown, and then we can discuss what needs to be done next. All right, so let's look at what we were doing. We just built a little bit more on this side of the city. A couple of simple houses, not too heavy. Elementary school, I've increased the operating districts to have Sunset Village and also Grove Town. I think it would make sense if there's not enough space here on Bedford Crossing, they could go to Oaktown to get that education, that extra education level. Elementary school seems to be fine. It doesn't have that many space, you know, it doesn't have like a lot of space, but it does look that basically just Oaktown is more than enough for it at the moment. Eventually, if we want to grow up, we do have enough room to grow up. And yeah, cool thing that I found out is that we also have parking lots, smaller ones, and that's really cool. I really like that feature. So the game is getting quite more interesting for the next couple of episodes, right? So that's really cool. Now, with all of that, did we fix any problem with the unemployment? Yes, we are fixing. Slowly it's getting there. Maybe it just needs to run, you know, maybe the city just needs to run a little bit more and, you know, have a good time. Now, winter is coming. I can see that there's a little bit of snow around here. How is the business, this new business that we're building? Well, there's a little bit more jobs. That's cool. That's cool and all. Hopefully it's going to grow up even more. Things that we have not done yet. By the way, there's now a small bus station if we want to. So it has like, I think 4 or maybe not as many, but there's now instead of building the bus station that is big, we now can have a smaller one for smaller areas that you do have like a lot of bus stops if you want to. I am going to build a bus shelter. And I wanted to have like I think we could have it around here. I think we could have it around here for sure. And I think we would have probably around here, this part. And this would probably be more than enough for whoever is coming here to just take a good ride over there. Now we do have bus lines. I think we have 2 bus lines going on around here. Oh, by the way, we also have to have a bus stop in one of these locations. It doesn't need, this one is a small one, so it doesn't properly need to, so the bus would go around here, they would turn around, I think they would turn around. I kind of don't want that to happen. In here it doesn't have that much movement and it's hard for the bus to turn around over there. So I'm gonna go with the bus stop around here. So that will allow the bus to stop over there before bus stopping over there. And in here it's not a problem, I guess. We could have a bus stop going right, you know, next to the entrance because the bus can come around and turn around, and that should be fine. And that's what we're gonna do. Let's grab. First of all, let's grab this one and stop around here. And then it's on the way up. And then it goes back. And then when it comes back, it can also stop there. It stops 2 times over there, but that's fine. On the way up and on the way down. I think that would be fine. I would say the same thing in here, but you know what? Why not? We want people to use it more. The bus stop. Now here it only has 1 stop, so it has to be when you're going up, because if it's when you're going down, it would be a bit more messy. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Let's just turn on this off. So this will give a little bit more jobs over there. Not jobs, but the better transportation. I'm thinking, will these bus line do anything worth it? Should I bring it around here? I mean, sure. Sure, if you want to. Or I could just, you know, when it goes here, it would go. This is on the wrong side of the road, I would say so. But if we want to bring this here, which we can, yeah, it would do like that, basically. And we're gonna do the same thing with the purple one. So I'm trying to figure out where the purple one is going to... Where can I grab the purple one? The same. It's gonna be the same route. Yeah, the same route. Okay. So these will probably bring people in and out of these elementary schools. That's gonna be fine. There's bus stops. There are jobs. Not sure I'm happy with this building around here. This is a really big one. But you know what? It's not the worst case scenario if you want to grow up Oaktown. And yeah, not a lot of growing up, but just enough with services that were needed. This post office, yeah, I could just replace it with a smaller version, but I'm gonna leave it. The same thing happens with the clinic, the medical clinic. I'm gonna leave it either way. For 9 patients, yeah, that's fine. So, all of that means, are we making more money with taxes? We're kind of there and there. We're not having a bad balance, by the way, but and looking at production, it does seem like we are very good when it comes to production. We do not have any deficit at the moment. There's a couple of things that can happen for deficits. Soon enough, probably it will happen, but not yet, and I'm happy for that. Alright, so a couple of bugs that are still annoying me. This one seems to be a bug. There seems like there's no way trucks are grabbing the trash from Cargo Harbor, so that's a bug. There seems to be also bugs when it comes to some of these medium mixed buildings. I understand the issue, so it requires car access, but let's be honest, if I was here driving a car, I would probably get through this road and turn in here, and that would be it. So there should be a car road accessing this side. Now this side in here doesn't have it, but I mean, this is a corner building. It shouldn't have that issue, right? Or at least I think so. But it seems like there is an issue over there. There's also... Oh, cool. There's now a company working here, so that's cool. No longer... It's 84 jobs, that's cool. No longer a problem. And of course, it's still offices. These are going to grow up. I'm happy for that, but... A lot more jobs. I'm happy for that, but it should have way more than this. Way more than those jobs. Looking at these other offices, yeah, some of them, I mean, this one is small. I mean, it's understandable that it doesn't have that many people working in here. Some of these companies, they're really small companies, so I'm not surprised that it only has like 4 or 5 jobs, and that would be fine. This one, on the other hand, this one is a big one. So you see, this one is a big one. It shouldn't be 5 by 5. It should have more. So, here's the thing. We need to basically unzone this. When there's this kind of businesses that they do not seem to have enough workers for the size of the building, all I have to do is unzone it. Mostly because what it happens is that this way... the company goes away. It is said on the patch, so if you read the patch you will understand it. Some of these businesses, you have to unzone them, or else it's going to be harder for you to fix it. So I'm trying to fix those ones. I mean, this one is fine, 99, 56. So, and when they just go away, you just zone it again. You just zone it again. We do have enough demand for it, so it should be fine. Should be fine. No problem at all. And it only happens with offices. So all I have to do is look into these offices, big ones that are like top level and are not being able to upgrade. So yeah, that's kind of like the annoying part of this issue. But it seems like it's the best approach for the time being. There's a lot of other businesses in here that have like a lot of works jobs. I remember this one had like 100 jobs. Now only has 50. Okay, I mean, sure. No problem at all. So yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode, I think I'm going to be looking into public transportation again. It's for me, it's very complicated and it's kind of a mess when it comes to bus lines. I kind of wanted to, just rebuild all the bus lines, all of that, but it's going to take a long time and it's going to be so annoying. But maybe it's something we need to do on the next couple of episodes. I'm also starting to think about this area in here, Maplebrook. So, development, soon enough I want to start looking into raising high density buildings. And now I'm looking at a merge between Bedford Crossing and Maplebrooks. The problem with Maplebrook is that Maplebrook, looking at it, it doesn't, it's fertile land. But I remember one thing is that here in the game, fertile land is needed for all the crops and all that stuff. But in real life, unless you're in a very, let's say, dry location where land is dry, then you're gonna have a problem. Otherwise, you can always make land fertile by using chemicals or by using combustion. Not combustion. It's like organic combustion. I'm not sure if that's the case, but it's like the waste from organic waste. You can, remaining food and stuff like that. You can, and remaining food, I mean mostly like fruits and vegetables. You can place them on the land and it will fertilize that land. It's gonna kind of burn it out and then fertilize. In some other cases, I know places that what they do is like small fires. So these small fires, the ashes will then become fertilizer for the land. So they do that. So basically, I can use this mod if I have it available, where I can make the land that I want fertile, and therefore I don't have to worry much about that. And we can use I made the land fertile by buying, I don't know, petrochemicals or chemical stuff, or just doing it naturally. In some situations, I know that here where I live, they do that because sometimes the smell is really bad. They go into just crap, They just place crap all over the land so it becomes fertile. So as you can see, there's ways to make it fertile. Now, I cannot make places with ore or oil resources. I don't think that would be reasonable, but I can do something with fertile land, and therefore maybe the downtown is going to be Maplebrook, and we're going to make these in a way that it looks good. Maybe. That's for future developments. Either way, guys, I'm sorry for this last minute rant, but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below with any kind of suggestions or any mistakes I did or whatever you want to talk about. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.